Greetings, everybody, and thank you so much for spending a little time with us as we start off the last week of June of 2017. It's the 26th, and we're staring at the 4th of July holiday weekend. Still several days out, but we've got an idea as to what Mother Nature may hold for us, and we'll go into your holiday forecast to the best of our ability at this time, this far out, in just a few moments. We will also cover a great deal of other news. It's been more than 3 weeks since a Magoffin County man's body was discovered and determined to have been murdered. We'll have more on the story of J.R. Allen on tomorrow's program. It was to be covered tonight, but a breaking report in lieu of a Magoffin County man escaping custody of the Magoffin County jailer as he was being taken back to the Big Sandy jail this afternoon will be one of our earlier reports this evening. It happened later this afternoon, and I had left to cover that just around 2 o'clock or so and just got back around 4 with a complete report from Johnson County authorities. I also spoke to Magoffin County jailer Brian Montgomery about the escape, and we'll pass his mugshot along to you and tell you everything that we can about the case. A Magoffin County dispatcher accused of official misconduct was in court today to enter a plea, and I've got a winning story for you, and it will begin with a ribbon cutting ceremony at a Sagersville business late last week, and today being the first day of official business for Undefeated Cuts. It's not just a new business story, but it's one of a comeback story, if you will. The analogies are going to keep coming at you during this report. But about a month ago, lost his job, and through some assistance now is a proud business owner in Sagersville. We'll get to all of that in just a few moments. Weather-wise, unseasonably cool will continue through tomorrow. We've got a pretty weak cold front that gives us a few clouds, a chance of a few showers tonight and into your tomorrow, and then it's dry thereafter for a few days. But the weekend, not looking so great at this time, but there's hope for a few breaks in there. So we'll get to that in more detail in just a few moments. Right now, as I mentioned, one of our top stories this evening will be that of a Magoffin County man, 30-year-old Thomas Price, who escaped from the jailer earlier today at the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center after a scheduled court appearance here in Magoffin County on charges stemming from 2015. He had been wanted on a warrant since sometime around March of that year for theft and other serious charges. Thomas Price of Magoffin County is wanted again, this time for escape, but he was wanted on theft crimes committed in Magoffin and Johnson County, and had a warrant issued in his name since early 2015, and was finally captured in Lawrence County just a couple of weeks ago on the 14th of this month by Patrolman Steve Wilburn of the Louisa Police Department. He was taken to the Big Sandy Jail on receiving stolen property, criminal possession of a forged instrument, probation violation, theft, and other charges. He was still lodged in the Big Sandy Jail when he was first taken to the Johnson County Courthouse just last week to face those charges there. They are related to the Magoffin County charges in the fact that Price was caught stealing several checks from the Sagersville Lee's Famous Recipe where he worked, and then writing those checks for thousands of dollars worth of merchandise and gift cards at Tractor Supply and Walmart and possibly other locations in Johnson County. Johnson County Sheriff's Chief Deputy Kevin Pelfrey, who was assisting in the search today after Price escaped, was also the investigating officer on Price's Johnson County charges, and he updated me earlier today on the case and the escape, beginning with Price's court appearance in Johnson County just last week.
He waived his right to a preliminary hearing. His case was bound over to the Johnson County Grand Jury through the month of July. The case will be presented, I think grand jury meets around the 15th or so of July, and he'll be bound over then. As of that time, he was taken back to the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center.
And that's where Price had remained since until he had a court appearance this morning here in Magoffin County on several charges related to the theft of the checks that I've already referred to. And he also, as he did in Johnson County this morning in Magoffin County Court, saw his case waived over to the Magoffin County Grand Jury, meaning that the charges against him will now be forwarded over to the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office for consideration and to be brought before a grand jury for formal indictment charges. However, it was on his way back to the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center that he escaped custody. Just as Magoffin County Jailer Brian Montgomery was exiting a dozen inmates that he was transporting out of the van into the jail, Price jumped and ran.
So far from what I've been told by Paintsville Police, as of right now, we're just out looking to see if we can locate him. We was told that he was brought over from McGoffin County Court. The jailer pulled up to the sally port there of the jail, and as he got him out of the car, he took off running. He ran out the back side of the jail and down over the hill toward the creek, toward Paint Creek. Now, as to which way he went due to the brush and stuff, they couldn't see which way he went, if he went down the creek or up the creek. So as of right now, Paintsville City Police, Johnson County Sheriff's Office, and we've contacted Kentucky State Police about sending a trooper and see if we can get a canine up here to see if we can help locate him.
And at the time of his escape, Price would have been relatively easy to spot. He was wearing his standard jail-issue orange jumpsuit, orange flip-flops, and he also had a matching orange haircut. And I also spoke with McGoffin County Jailer Brian Montgomery via the telephone just a moment ago. It was a late day for court, and he was still transporting prisoners to the jail and had 10 in his custody at that time. He confirmed to me that he was transporting 12 prisoners earlier today back to the jail, and that upon pulling into the sally port at the jail, as is commonly done, he opened up the transport van door that goes to a separate compartment that holds 4 prisoners, and as those 4 prisoners were exiting, he then proceeded to open the other door in which the 8 other prisoners were sitting in. And he says that at that time, as they were making their way around the van, Price fled. And he says that it was a maintenance worker on the jail grounds who first noticed Price taking off. And even though a brief chase did ensue, Price had already gotten too great of a lead to be caught. And authorities were still canvassing the scene this afternoon, and they are also going to be watching it closely tonight, as they suspect that he may have had arrangements for someone to meet him in this vicinity, possibly after dark. There's also the possibility that with a great deal of friends or acquaintances in Paintsville and Johnson County, that he may have fled to a residence there as well. If you have any information about Price's whereabouts, you can contact the Sagersville City Police, McGoffin County Sheriff's Department, Paintsville Police, or the Johnson County Sheriff's Department as well.
It was also confirmed that Price was handcuffed at the time of his escape, but was not wearing leg shackles at the time he ran. To also further quote Jailer Montgomery, he said that indeed he hated that it had happened earlier today, but that he had been fearful for a long time that something like this would. The McGoffin County Jailer for 7 years, he says, for the last 3, the McGoffin County Judge's Office has taken all of his deputies, his office space, and all but one vehicle to transport, leaving him basically to do the job himself. And as was the case today, he was the only jailer transporting a dozen inmates back to the jail when Price escaped. He also noted that during Price's escape, there was another jail bringing inmates to the facility. It's 5 to 6 inmates being brought in from another county, for which they had 3 jailers or deputy jailers assisting with that call. He says all this information, as we can confirm, has been well documented during fiscal court meetings over the past few years. More headlines after this. To get high-speed internet on their state-of-the-art fiber optic network for all of your home and business solutions, or to watch TV without a contract on over 200 digital channels with superb quality, or stay connected with family and friends with 24/7 telephone service you can always depend on, contact Foothills Broadband today. Or just click on their link to the right to find out how they're working to provide the latest in communications at affordable prices with exceptional service at Foothills Broadband.
Hi, I'm Attorney Jeff Lovely. At my law office, we're determined to offer you and your family outstanding, cost-effective, and responsive legal services. I can help you if you've been injured in a car wreck. I'll be in your corner if you have a DUI or other criminal charges. You can file bankruptcy and stop those harassing phone calls, or I'll fight for you and your children in divorce and custody cases. For all your legal services, contact me when it matters. In Syersville at 349-4522, and West Liberty at 743-1965.
It's definitely the chili. That homemade, from scratch, hot dog chili smothering every inch of our famous footlong that makes it a one-of-a-kind taste. The only thing that can make it better is to get one for only $2.49 on Mondays and just $1.99 after 4 o'clock. Get our famous footlong with homemade chili any day of the week and get one for cheap on Mondays, only at your Sagersville Lee's. Parkway Gun & Pawn has everything you need to work or play this summer, all for pennies on the dollar, and they'll loan you money on just about anything worth $1 every day. That's where you can also buy and sell gold and silver and find musical instruments, jewelry, games, electronics, tools, and more. Not to mention new and used long and handguns. Parkway Gun & Pawn.
Yes, Logan makes the best truck bodies on the market, and they also have a fully stocked warehouse of dump body parts, PTOs, hydraulic pumps, hoists, anything you need to get back on the road. And they are a full-service steel and aluminum service center. They keep I-beam, channel, angle, pipe, round rod, rebar, expanded metal, sheet metal, and aluminum all in stock. And if you've got a big project, they do commercial manufacturing to your specs. Logan, since 1904.
Hey guys, my bill's a lot higher than it should be. I thought I got a great deal.
The old fine print bit.
Your great deal doesn't include financing, which is usually $25 or more.
But the ad said that every network is within a 1% difference of each other.
1% means network reliability, not coverage.
So I'll drop calls?
Nope.
You can't drop calls if you don't have service.
Yeah, we both have Appalachian Wireless. Great network reliability and actual coverage.
I'm switching to Appalachian Wireless.
Better service with bigger savings and less fine print.
Just in and just perfectly priced at Gateway Motors, this 2012 Nissan Rogue all-wheel drive. And this 2012 Ford Fusion, only $7,900. This 2011 Chevy Cruze loaded up, $8,900. And it's a push-pull drag sale going on right now, which means however you can get it in, it's guaranteed to be worth at least $1,000. On this 2010 Nissan Sentra priced at $7,900, or this 2011 Impala LT priced under $8,000, and most payments under $200 a month. Come and check out Gateway Motors in Sagersville, 349 cars. A tire more than 25% low, about 8 pounds, makes you 3 times more likely, and worn out tires 11 times more likely to be in a tire-related crash. Don't take your or their safety for granted. Come in for a free inspection, 6 months no interest financing, the best price and best selection at Conley Tire in Staffordsville. Get your $10 tickets now for the 14th annual and perhaps biggest community day yet, featuring the incredible Rhonda Vincent and the Rage, and other headliners like the Dave Atkins Band, the Edgar Loudermilk Band with Jeff Autry, Toddy Preston and the Black Powder Express, and many, many, many more. And all the food, fun, games, and fabulous prizes that you can stand, all for just $10, and kids 12 and under, they get in for free. Community Day in the Ramey Park in Sagersville is Saturday, August the 19th.
Ribbon cutting ceremonies as they go are not uncommon for a new business, but Friday was a bit different, and it is certainly, I'll say it again, a winning report. One of the bright spots out of a failing coal industry, where a local man was one of many, dozens, who lost his job, his of over 20 years at Joy Global, formerly Continental Conveyor, after which he found few options before him. But when some assistance brought itself about, actually when he went to seek an opportunity, Chris Gamble answered an old calling and is now his own boss with a bright future at Sagersville's newest business, Undefeated Cuts.
But with some assistance, Chris Gamble answered an old calling and is now his own boss with a bright future at Undefeated Cuts in Sagersville.
He has went from being employed by Joy Manufacturing now to being a self-employed small businessman here in the community of Sagersville. And as we all know, small business owners are the backbone of all of our communities. And so we're very proud of Chris and his accomplishments and how he chose to look forward to the future and to better his future, even though that he did lose his job. So that's what these programs are there for. It's for people like Chris. It's for people to seek out opportunities to better themselves, to train themselves in something new, and Chris just did just that.
And Undefeated Cuts, which sits directly between Merle Norman and Sean's Gun and Pawn on 114 next to the Wildcat Car Wash, is exactly where I found Chris earlier today with his first official customer, even though he's been cutting hair and going to school now for well over a year, preparing himself for his new career.
Once we ended up realizing that our jobs was kind of gone, I kind of tried to figure out exactly what I needed to do at that point. And it's been 2 years since then, and I kind of bounced around to different things. Ended up almost getting into nursing school, and just decided that wasn't exactly what I wanted to do. This was, but I've been wanting to do this since I was 16. So I thought, here's the opportunity. And for me, I just didn't want to travel, to be honest. I respect those people, union workers, things like that, that drive 2 hours a day. It's amazing. I don't know how they do it, and I just thought that I couldn't. And so I wanted to stay home, stay in the community, and that's kind of how this happened.
And he says it really couldn't have happened without a lot of support. Of course, first and foremost from his family, but he also found that government assistance through the Community Action Program with the training and some monetary assistance that did pay for a lot of his education and tools. Education that began with Barber College on the 1st of August of last year, and now 1,500 hours of educational time later, and his certifications all met, he finds himself a business owner in Sayersville, which he admits is just about as exciting as it is scary.
Tremendously scary. I'm not going to lie. I've been unemployed for 2 years. There's been no money coming in my house. It's just been money that I was blessed to save and some 401k to help me get through, and to go from just a number, just one of the guys that at a work, to being an owner, a business owner, is crazy scary, and I just hope I can make it successful. It's been a long process. Even though it's only been 1 year, it feels like it's been several, waiting for this moment. And it's been really stressful. It's been hard. Is it going to work? Should I do this? Do I really need to start on my own? Do I need to work with someone else? And I just thought, it's sink or swim. I'm going for it.
And you may notice a bit of a theme when you go to Undefeated Cuts, not just in the name, but in the decor and in the complete atmosphere. Chris is a bit of a sports nut, and he's a long-time elementary coach here in Magoffin County. And all of that shows through once you step inside. You'll even find walls for past and future Hornets.
One big reason why I incorporated this was, of course, I'm a sports guy. I love football, basketball, baseball, all of it. I played it when I was young, played it when I was older. I've got kids now that play, and I was blessed enough to get the opportunity to coach football for North Magoffin, and now I'm at Earl Whitaker Middle School, and I coach the 7th and 8th middle school team and the 5th and 6th county team. And so I thought, since I'm such a big part of that in the community, that I thought that should be the theme. And it's not your typical barbershop. You don't just come in, sit down, and just hang out. It's I want you to have a good time when you come here. There's going to be TVs on, music on. If you want to hang out and just talk, not get a cut, come on in. Let's hang out.
We are all human. Because we're not perfect, we tend to make mistakes. Unfortunately, some mistakes are severe and carry more consequences than others. If you have been hurt in a car wreck, a truck wreck, or because of someone's mistake, reckless or careless behavior, you deserve help with your medical expenses, lost wages, and serious permanent pain and injuries that you have been made to suffer and will continue to suffer for the rest of your life. If you have been injured, I can help. I'm attorney Don Wayne McFarland. Call me and let me go to work for you. 349-9000.
Much more than diesel specialist, Black Smoke Performance is turning out excellent auto body collision paint and repair results with free quotes and estimates on everything from insurance jobs to that ding you got in the driveway, custom lift kits, bed liners, winches and accessories, and full diagnostics and repair on anything gas or diesel, from brakes to fluid changes to major auto repair. If you want it fixed, lifted, painted, customized, or just maintained, just call on the team at Black Smoke Performance in Dixie of Sayersville, 100 May Drive, or 349-8785. Wanting you to have a healthier life means providing access to quality, affordable health care. And to do exactly that, Hope Family Medical Center offers full dental care with Dr. Pratt and his team, a pediatrician team of 3 doctors and nurses and moms, complete health care by family physician Dr. Kelly Pratt and nurse practitioners Mildred Sizemore, Gail Faria, Shannon Conley, and Heather Blair. Behavioral health services with Kimberly Davis, with in-house lab testing and results, in-house x-ray and pharmacy, and all the caring, knowledge, and experience that these medical professionals represent
at Hope Family Medical Center.
'Tis the season, as they say, with wedding and baby registry at the Seasonal Shop. And as always, an endless selection of new summer shades and styles and sizes for everyone, from design houses of Charlie Page and Mud Pie, with all the matching accessories to go along with them. Shoes, jewelry, hats, bags, scarves, and more. And new arrivals weekly with free local delivery. All from Fraser's Prater Drugs Seasonal Shop in downtown Salyersville. Parkway Pharmacy, now open earlier from 8 a.m. until 6 in the evening to better suit your schedule and lifestyle, and to help you get better and live a healthier life. And if allergies are bogging you down, they're armed with the very best in over-the-counter relief for adults and your children. Reach owner pharmacist Jesse Rudd and his assistant pharmacist Megan Castle and their staff at 8 o'clock in the mornings or at 349-4400. Make your way to Broadway Auto Sales in Paintsville for this 2013 Jeep Wrangler, wheels, tires, tow, and more. And check out this big, roomy Tundra Crew Max with the big 5.7 liter and a like-new 2016 Ford Escape, all-wheel drive, loaded up. Just look for the big gorilla and yellow sunglasses. Broadway Auto in Paintsville. Going on to other headlines, another court appearance today is making headlines tonight. It was that of a former Magoffin County 911 dispatcher, Ramona Conley, who, as I reported to you a couple of weeks ago, was charged with official misconduct in the second degree. This was after Salyersville police officer Jeremiah Watson opened up an investigation after a traffic stop in which it was determined that they believe Conley, in her capacity and on duty at the time as a 911 operator, gave false information to authorities in regards to the valid or invalid driver's license of a family member who had encountered a road check. Upon their investigation, authorities subsequently charged her. Zach Haney with the Kentucky State Police executed the search warrant, and she was arrested and taken to the Big Sandy Jail. She made a court appearance earlier today in which I am told two things happened. The judge recused himself, and the defendant, being Conley, entered a not guilty plea. Another court date was set for a few weeks. We've also confirmed through other authorities that the investigation into her official misconduct is still ongoing. And as you can well imagine, our community calendar tonight, as it most often does, starts off with a birthday. And it's actually a birthday wish that has a picture with it that's not coming up right now. Let me go on with calendar announcements. I'll try to come back to that special birthday in just a few moments as soon as we get the photograph to cooperate. For now, a reminder about the U-Pike football team's golf outing, a fundraiser set for July the 21st at the Green Meadow Country Club in Pikeville. Standard four-person scramble, $100 per person. A lot of great prizes that afternoon after a great morning round of golf. And this is all in support of the U-Pike football team. If you'd like to be a member of a team or put your team together, call assistant or associate head coach Brian Williams of the U-Pike football team, their defensive coordinator as well, at 794-9372. And I'm told about a big yard sale at the Bradley Free Will Baptist Church this 4th of July weekend, Friday 9 till 3, and July the 1st, which is Saturday 9 till noon. This is going to be a rain or shine event, and that might come in handy with Saturday's forecast. I'll get to that in a second. But a big yard sale, Bradley Free Will Baptist, Friday and Saturday, inside. From our Magoffin Farm Bureau's community calendar to our Magoffin County Funeral Home obituary listings, we learn of the passing of 76-year-old Harold Dean Wireman of Gunlock, who passed away on the 24th, survived by his wife Dora Jean Handshoe Wireman. Visitation is this evening and prior to tomorrow's services. They're set to begin tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Both, that is visitation and services, from the Living Word Pentecostal Church in Gunlock, with burial following at the Handshoe Family Cemetery at Gunlock. And 63-year-old Ruthine Wireman Frinkle of Cannell City passed away on the 25th. She survived by sons David, Donald, and William Fitch, and daughter Veronica Sink. Visitation is going to be Wednesday of this week after 5, and then just before or up to services Thursday at 1 o'clock. Visitation and services from the Magoffin County Funeral Home, with burial afterwards at the Sink Family Cemetery at Cannell City. Now we'll close out this evening with a few updates on your weather forecast. pretty wild little ride we had there as those storms rolled through Friday night after I left you, but a clearer weekend certainly, definitely cooler and unseasonably cool air continuing today. Topped out at 81 here at the studio. That's in the sun, and it didn't feel 81 with all that low humidity. And we're going to see that again tomorrow. Low 70s after pretty much the upper 70s today for a lot of folks. But let's get to that gradually and start with tonight with a low of 52 degrees. We also have a weak front that's approaching, and tonight that will give us about a 20% chance of some isolated showers after 3 o'clock in the morning. So pretty small, but it's there, and it's not going to be a major rain or weather maker, but a 20% chance of showers late tonight, technically 3 o'clock in the morning, and then about a 30% chance into your Tuesday, up until about 1 o'clock or so, and then maybe some isolated, maybe lingering there after until about 3, but otherwise partly sunny on your Tuesday, and again, temperatures right around 73 degrees. That will be the last of the cooler air, at least for now. Wednesday, look for some fog in the AM, but otherwise sunny and back up at least to the low 80s will climb with mostly clear skies Wednesday night. And sunshine will prevail through the end of the work week at least. Mid-80s on Thursday, mostly sunny. Very nice. 85, 68 for your high and low. And Friday, more sunshine. Partly sunny skies, a few more clouds. Temperatures still hovering right around the mid-80s with nighttime lows in the upper 60s. But you'll notice it's the end of Friday we'll start to watch. Really only a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms. I'm thinking right now latter afternoon, maybe early evening. But the problem is that 20% balloons out to about a 60 or a likelihood of showers for Saturday. Right now, a chance of showers and thunderstorms early Saturday, and then a likelihood of them Saturday afternoon and up and through 5 or 6 o'clock. A lot of fireworks. I think they'll be okay. I think for the most part, it will be scattered at best that late, and hopefully they'll get them in. It's Saturday, and this is Monday, and we'll know more as it gets closer. But nevertheless, those shower chances also bleed on into your Sunday as well, where we'll have mostly cloudy skies to end your 4th of July weekend with temperatures in the low 80s and another 50% chance of rain. And for those of you who have 4th of July off on Monday, more of the same, partly sunny, and a 40% threat.
And that's going to do it for my time for this evening, as will be the case tomorrow night, as is every night. You'll either see it only here or you'll find out more about it with us. Thank you for being a part of the program. Enjoy the rest of your Monday, and have a good night.